How's it, guys? Welcome to my channel. Before we get into the objective of this video, I just want to send a special shout out to Casual Spaceman who reached out to me about my channel. I am very happy that you did. I am so glad that my work is being recognized, and I appreciate the acknowledgement. Thank you so much. My subscriber count doubled in 2 days. I had 15 subscribers and now I have 31 subscribers. And I would like to say a special thank you to all of those people who subscribe to my channel and are looking forward to my next videos. I appreciate it much. Thank you. So, nearly all the information that I have gathered about Flat Earth and its followers, I got from debunking channels. I've never actually watched a Flat Earthers channel ever. Everything I've seen about them, I've seen on debunking channels. So for this video, I actually decided to go and find out what Flat Earthers say about our sun. And believe it or not, there is a Flat Earth Society. I found its website, I went into it, and I'm just going to paraphrase what they say about the sun. Flat Earthers say that the sun is a revolving sphere with a diameter of 32 miles, or 51.499 kilometers. They also say that it is 3,000 miles above the surface of the Earth. When I read this, my question was, at all times, is the sun above the surface of the Earth 3,000 miles at all times? Because what reality has shown is that the Earth's distance varies throughout the year because we have an elliptical orbit. Coming back to what Flat Earth Society says about sunrise and sunset, sunrise and sunset refers to the time of day when the light of the sun rises from or sets into the horizon. Did you get that? FE model describes sunset and sunrise as the light rising and setting, not the actual sun. I'll give you a second to absorb that. Was that enough time for you to have composed yourself? Maybe picked up your jaw off the floor? Because this is what Flat Earthers say. They say that it isn't the sun which rises and sets. It's the light of the sun which rises and sets. But then where is the sun? So I heard a Flat Earther say that in order for us to imagine the flat plane, we must clear our minds. We must forget that the sun is 150 million kilometers away. We must forget that the sun is so many times bigger than the earth. We must forget everything that we know about the sun and our earth and the solar system. All of it. We must forget all of it. My main objective is to show that this is not true. The sun is not 32 miles across. The sun is not 3,000 miles in the atmosphere. The sun and the moon are not in the same plane. Our sun is not just some willy-nilly object in the sky. It is a star. It is a star. It is the only star in our solar system. And I am going to show time and again that the sun comes up from below the horizon and then goes back down below the horizon and does that day after day year after year until the foreseeable future. The way I look at things is when I listen to some people, I cannot understand how they can't understand. Because although I seem to find it difficult to do the actual mathematics of and calculations of things, when somebody else does it, I can understand it. Especially like when Team Skeptic or Cool Hard Logic explains certain mathematical equations, I get it. And the fact that I get it and some of these people don't get it baffles me to the nth degree. And then you get these flat earthers with their amazing telescopes, cameras, laptops, and then they carry on as if it's the most ununderstandable stuff that is being presented to them. I mean, I don't get it. I just don't get it. So I did go and find out that, okay, I wanted to actually confirm what I had already known, learned earlier on in my life, which is that the sun, our sun, is a yellow dwarf. It's a G-type main sequence star, and its components are hydrogen, helium, oxygen, iron, and carbon. The other thing that I would really love flat earthers to forget is that the sun is a giant ball of fire. The sun is not a giant ball of fire. It is a giant ball of nuclear fusion. Our sun is so massive that 99.86% of all the mass of our solar system is contained in the sun. So only 0.04% are planets, asteroids, dwarf planets, the Oort cloud, the solar system dust, or all of these things. Only 0.04%. That should tell you that our sun is a massive, massive object. Because our sun is a ball of nuclear fusion, what happens to the hydrogen in the core is that it squeezes so tightly that 4 hydrogen nuclei combine to form 1 helium atom. In that process, some of the hydrogen is converted into energy in the form of light, and that's how we get that's how we see the brightness of the sun. So coming back to Flat Earth Society's explanation of a rising and setting of sun, it doesn't circle us. If it was 3,000 miles, Earth wouldn't even be in existence. And flat earthers need to understand that it cannot be small and local because it is shining on the other planets simultaneously. The sun is radiating its light and heat in all directions. Earth is just lucky enough to be in the reaches of that heat. If we were Saturn or Pluto, we wouldn't be feeling the heat of the sun. We would be seeing the sun's light though. And just to be a little thorough, I went to Google and I asked where are the planets now, and I got this image to show us where the planets are, and guaranteed that the sun is shining right now on those planets also. So guys, I know that my videos are quite bright and blurry with the sun, but I just want to show that our sun is a massive star. It cannot be 32 miles across. It cannot be 3,000 miles away from us. That is a little bit ridiculous. Do you know that this 32 miles is just under 60 kilometers. My kids go to school 60 kilometers away from us. That is just an hour's drive. And if the sun is that close, I don't think we'd exist. So the other thing I just wanted to drive home is that our Earth wobbles. Can you notice that the position of the sun setting or rising changes every day? Do you know that it changes every day by 1 degree? And in the scale of the Earth's orbit, 1 degree is a lot. And that is why the sun's orbit sort of like curls in our sky. It arcs to us and away from us. That's because the Earth is round, it is revolving on its own axis, and it's moving 1 degree further in its orbit every single day. And on top of that, it is wobbling. So my pet peeve about flat earthers is that they take one photo or one video and then turn it into chopped liver. So I am doing things a little bit differently. I've been taking photos of sunset for about a year now, and sunrises only for about 5 months. I am hoping that I will still be living here by December, because that would take my photographic journey to exactly 1 year since I actually started paying attention to doing something to prove that the Earth is not flat. I want to show the position of sunset over the whole year, showing that the Earth wobbles, and that's why the position of sunset changes every day and just goes back and forth between these two positions, because I have been taking photos since last year, July. So when December comes, I will be able to do at least an 18-month collage about sunsets. The sun and the moon and the Earth itself are the only directly observable things we have. I chose the sun as my main topic, and it will be the main topic of most of my videos. I'd say about 90% of my videos will be about the sun, because it is an observable fact. It is probably the only observable fact that each and every one of us on Earth has. Every single one of us can look at sunrise and sunset for just a period of 1 year and watch the sun reach a certain position and then go back to the other position and come back to this position. And only the sunrise and sunset can do that for us. And anyone with that amount of patience, I mean, it doesn't take much. You live in the same place. You just take a photo of sunrise and sunset every couple of days or every couple of weeks or even every month, and you will see that the sun's rise and set wobbles from one point to the other point and back to that point. And this is what I'm going to show. And I'm going to keep showing it to show that our Earth is not flat. I know that this last part of this video is a lot of repeating myself, but this is my objective. Our Earth is not flat. Our Earth is not stationary. The sun does not circle atop us. These are ridiculous claims which needs to be shut down, as they were shut down permanently 500 years ago. And 500 years later, adults are picking up this nonsense and trying to spread it to other adults, and I see that other adults are buying into it. I mean, Glenn Hall, how old is that man? he's been a lawyer for 30 years and all of that. And then he comes out and says, oh, the earth is flat because look at this, my airplane is upside down. No, I am in the Southern Hemisphere. We are not upside down. Yes, everyone stands right side up on the earth. Do you know why? Because of gravity. Gravity makes us all stand right side up on the earth. Not because the earth is flat, but because gravity is pulling us towards the center of the earth. Sure, you can argue that, oh, but you are upside down in relation to me. Yes, I will have to be upside down in relation to you because I'm on the other side of a globe. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry for my sarcastic rant, but it is now ridiculous. I've been watching flat earth debunking videos for about a year, and it seems like new flat earthers pop out every day. So for now, this is what I've chosen to do with my time, is take photos of sunrise and sunset and moon rises and moon sets and put it on YouTube to show that somebody somewhere is doing something. Thank you for watching. Bye.